it is Mary.
And Emma.
And we invite you guys to like,
Share,
subscribe,
and comment.
down below you all. We welcome you guys because today we are going to be talking about 90 Day Fiance, you all. And we're just going to get right into it with Tyree and the catfish, Carmela. Well, the guy name is Christian. But it seems like Tyree wants to believe that
the guy's name is Christian.
That's what they're saying. The catfish name.
Okay, got you.
It seems like he wants to believe that it really is a woman because they did they reverse searched it in Google the pictures or whatever,
and they didn't see anything.
Yeah. So he wants to believe that maybe she cheated on her boyfriend with me, which I guess will be a little ego boost. And
it's the boyfriend
who is sending these messages.
Yeah. And saying that, hey, I'm a man and I deceived him all this time.
I don't know.
Right, I mean, maybe. But
do you buy it?
I don't buy it, Tyree. I feel as though you are delusional. That's what I feel. I feel like...
who wants to say that they've been catfished for 4 years by some man? I mean, that's enough to put you in a sane asylum.
So, Tyree, what if you go to wherever she's from and you go there and the boyfriend, as you're trying to say... meets up with you, like it's a guy who meets up with you who's called Christian? Will you believe that really he is the ex-boyfriend or boyfriend that doesn't want you to have the girlfriend? Like, how many more years are you going to do this, or is it too painful for you right now?
It's too painful. He couldn't even listen to the voice note.
Yeah,
so I feel like it's just too painful for him, and I feel horrible for him because it seems like his life is really hard. He has to take care of his mom. He hasn't been taking care of himself. No. He has nobody really. All he had was this fictional girlfriend who was really hot and who actually wanted him. Right. And now you're telling me that it's not true. It's a man, so nobody really wants to be like. I'm sure all that stuff is going through his head, and I'm that's enough for him to get some more health issues. You know what I'm saying? Like
sometimes our mind has a way of trying to protect us.
Oh, absolutely.
We're not ready. So Tyree is not ready.
I feel so bad for him, but I feel like I feel like the producers are kind of shysty. How the hell do y'all not go research this woman? How do you guys not go and reverse search? How do you guys not go and do the whole catfish thing? Right. Like the whole catfish kit, right? Yeah. So I feel like at this point maybe they told the sister to do some of this stuff. But I feel like it's kind of embarrassing y'all doing this to this poor guy.
I feel like they already know the answer, but at the same time, Tyree has to be the one to believe it. Because like I said, he can go to wherever this woman is from and stand there and see an actual man. Yeah. And say no. The only thing that can happen good with this whole thing, which we saw in one of the previews, that they are going to show a picture. The sister's going to come and show a picture, or someone's going to show a picture and say this woman was an escort or something. That particular picture, I saw that on the when they were doing like the trailer for this season. Oh, so Lord. We will see what actually happens, but Tyree right now, his mind cannot handle it. And I get it.
I really hope he actually he starts to see the light about this because he's a phenomenal guy. Yeah. I think he does. I know he deserves happiness because it just seems like he's the only one taking care of his mom. His siblings look good, and he looks like he just doesn't love himself. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like he's holding on to this one thing. But himself. I know.
And wasting money. I hope though that he will not continue to send money.
Yeah.
But he might because he wants to continue to talk to this person. So,
But another person who I hope gets some healing and gets it together, it would have to be Jasmine. I don't think this man actually wants to be with her. I feel like, one, he doesn't trust her. Because of all this sex talk that she be talking about him. Yeah. And then also, I don't feel like he feels comfortable. And I don't know. I suspect that he might be swinging both ways. Yeah. But he probably does not feel comfortable enough to let her know. Absolutely But I do think it's a little odd that a man cannot ejaculate. And then it's like you have to play with other parts of him in order for him to. Which I mean, it's not my cup of tea, but I just doesn't. Something seems off.
One of the things that bothered me with Jasmine was when they went to a bird.
That crow got really close.
when he got home, this man just got home from the airport. I'm even tired just thinking about it. When you travel, how exhausting it is.
We were knocked out for several hours after we came from America to Tanzania.
A whole day.
I did not even get up to eat.
We did not move that day. We got in at 3 a.m. We didn't move that day until late night, 10 p.m. that day after 3 a.m.
Then we ate.
And went promptly back to bed.
Absolutely.
And stayed in bed again for the next day. Traveling is tough. Wherever you're traveling to. And he just got back. All right, he's saying, hey, honey, we really need to be on the budget. You don't want to talk about the budget. Wait, let's go to bed. Hey. You want to it's kind of like, let's have sex so we don't talk about money.
Well, no, I feel like she just wanted to connect with him. That's why I felt like she genuinely wanted to connect with him. So, she wants to get the sex thing going again or whatever.
But this is what I'm going to say. He's talking about something. You want to distract him, which is fine. And he allowed himself to be distracted. Now he's laying in his bed. Yeah. But he hasn't really, you could also say, honey, this can keep in terms of the budget. Let's just go relax. Then he knows I will talk about this later. Mm-hmm. That is just being, what's the word? Being respectful to your partner. Don't try to distract him like a child. Okay, let's do the bed. You know what I'm saying? You could say, let this keep. This can keep about the budget. I hear you about it, but you just got in. Yeah. Come, let's go. And then he understands, okay, this is gonna keep. So you go to the bed. Now you're kind of harassing him to the point that he has turned over on his stomach, turned his head. You're here, turn his head like this away from you.
And she keeps on touching him and asking him, do you want me? You have to read body language.
And rub on him.
Yeah.
The pressure you're giving him is making him impotent. That's how I feel.
I mean, and men want to be pursuers, right?
That's the thing. A man wants to be a pursuer.
Don't force yourself on me.
In every facet of his life.
Yeah.
And so you're not reading the room. Then he lays on his back. He's shutting his eyes. His eyelids are trembling from fear of you. Shutting his eyes. You're still harassing him. Then you say you're going to go cook dinner. Now you're harassed about some potato that he got to peel.
With none of the right tools.
Jasmine, can't you cook while this man goes and lays down and takes a nap from his travels? Now you're arguing over the carrots and the beets and how he don't want it. This is too much. Then you go and ask the producer, my behavior is normal, right? No, it's not.
My dear, this is what I feel like Jasmine should have done.
It's too much.
She
doesn't like rejection, Jasmine.
But let's just be honest. What woman... how would you feel as a woman if your man, doesn't even want to really touch you or get in the groove, and we haven't seen each other? I'm sorry. I will be offended, and I will definitely feel very hurt.
And I traveled, and I am older than you. Listen, and that's what happens when you get with someone who's older. They get tired easily. Travel poofs them out. It's not like a young guy. When you go meet him, and he just traveled, and his stuff is already ready to go, and before you all even leave the airport, you all in the bathroom getting your groove on. You get back in the car before you all even drive off. You all getting your groove up. All of that. Been there, done that. However, this man probably is an elder. And already his stuff don't work. Because men, unlike women who go through this whole thing later on in life, by Gino's age, it's wrapped up. And so it takes time now to get it working. And your little
he
pressure,
already has issues with that department, right?
Your little pressure is not going to help him. First of all, did you see the way she done kissed him? The man already looked afraid. By the time she done smear all the lipstick all over his nostrils and his chin.
But I don't think he even likes her. I feel like the relationship is fractured. After she called him bald and all this stuff, and he leaked the sex tape or whatever he leaked, and she exposed his bald head, I don't think there's a lot of respect there on both sides, because he let her walk around the airport with the makeup all smeared over her face, looking like a damn clown. So I feel like there's just something missing there, right? But I feel like with Jasmine, now obviously if it was me and I was with an older man, I'm not going to be doing all that. Let's have sex now. Obviously, I know things ain't working. You just finished traveling. What she should have done is while he was taking his elder nap, she should have went and cooked him the vegan meal, let him wake up to it, and then do that. But I feel like because when he rejected me, okay, you gonna reject me in the bedroom? Well, I want us to be close together. I want us to have some bonding experience. Oh, you're gonna reject me with the bonding experience with the cooking? Okay, well now I'm gonna come cuss you out, and I'm gonna come start crying. That's why I feel like that's what happened. But you rejected me, so I want to at least feel close to you in another way, or at least feel like you want me. But I don't really think Gino wants Jasmine. I don't really, and I think Jasmine is a little psychotic, so she wants to be in this back and forth relationship. You should have just been with that man. Anyway, I don't think he's feeling her no more.
Listen, you have to be able to manage rejection. When someone rejects you, I know, it's so cute.
The child riding the donkey.
That is too cute.
That's so, oh my God.
You have to be able to, that donkey is gone. You have to be able to manage someone rejecting you and put it in perspective.
But it's your man. It's so hard when it's your man.
No, it could be something as simple as you call someone, you call your man, and he don't pick up right away. You can't have a fit. It could be something as simple as you texted him, he didn't respond right away. Or he took hours. I don't care. We need to be able to, especially in this technology age where everything's at the fingertips.
That's the issue.
I am sorry. You have to be able to manage things that you are thinking is rejection may not even be rejection. It may just be that I'm tired. It may just be I'm not really feeling it right now. Yeah. That doesn't mean you're not going to feel it later. Like, listen, I used to date an older guy, right? When I was in college. And you have to be able to understand that an older person, an older guy is different from someone who is your age, right?
Yeah.
And it's not going to be able to come up easily. It's not. And you cannot be putting pressure on that. But this woman has put so much pressure when it comes into the bed. I am so passionate. I need it.
Then go get with somebody who's younger and doesn't have all these issues with his weenie. Like, I just feel like
told all his business. Like, even when they were
I'm sorry, if I have a partner who is like this about what kinky stuff I like in the bedroom, I can't trust
all on
you.
The FaceTime, even when I was trying to shut you
and now
up,
you're here
you were
getting
still
like
talking like I can't deal with this.
Now you're
Jasmine.
getting balls and stuff, and now you're talking. And then it's like now you're kind of insinuating that I'm gay, even if that is how I'm swinging. I'm not ready to come out to the world yet.
I cannot with Jasmine. I cannot.
Jasmine needs to get it together. She has some healing she need to do, but like this whole thing about passion. You can still have passionate relationship, but it can be healthy, not toxic.
Jasmine, let me give you some advice. Have enough passion for yourself. Be very passionate about yourself. That you really strive to work on yourself. Start with therapy. Mm-hmm. You really need to do some self-reflection, some really self-introspection as to the reason why you feel this rejection, why it triggers you. Why you see it as rejection. Really get to the root of that because it's really messing up your relationship. You know what I'm saying? There's something that's going on with Jasmine. Like she doesn't like rejection. It could stem from something that happened with her or maybe a father or a mother who didn't pay attention to her or whatever. Or just put down who she was as a child. It was kind of like Gwendolyn in Sister Wives, right? When Cody had such a hard time with her.
Yeah.
As a child because, she was autistic or, so like very hyper also because she had ADHD. He did not know at the time or whatever. Someone like that will begin to feel, because they had that rejection of the parents.
Right.
When somebody else in their lives in a relationship does something that's not right away, doesn't like hug them with open arms or love every facet of them, flaws and all, it feels more than what it really is.
Yeah.
And then she overreacts. That's what's going on with Jasmine. And it's too much. It makes me tired. So I can only imagine how he's feeling.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and talk about Amanda and Razin. You know, I actually think this woman actually does feel really guilty about the whole husband thing.
And she's not gotten over.
She has not gotten over it, but she probably went into this, like a lot of women, we probably try to go and be with somebody else to get over that person, right? But I feel like that's what she's doing, right? But I feel like it's eating up at her. So I feel like she's trying to still keep that man alive. That's why she walks around with the ashes. I mean, which for me I felt was a little off, right? Because my thing is, you have young children. You don't want them to feel like, oh, dad's coming back. And then when he doesn't come back, that heartbreak.
And even when the child has called her and said, Dada died, now she has to go back home.
Well, she's feeling guilty.
She feels as though the child is forgetting about the dad. I need to go back home and reinforce my little ashes in my box. And like, so that's how it's feeling. Like, why do you want to go back home? Dada died. You should be happy. Oh, okay. He's getting some perspective now that he's not in your, in your presence.
Like he's understanding.
Because probably whoever she left the child with has explained to the children. Probably after she had the little box and the children were like, oh, kissing the father, kissing the box.
He's not coming back.
Whatever
honey.
Family member she left those children with said, okay, I got to sit down with these kids. And the kids seem okay because they have told her, Dada died, Mom.
Well, she said that the child ran off, though.
Because the child is like, Dada died. The child is fine. Well, has run off to go play. You know, maybe she's saying something. The child's like, Mom, Dada died. Right? Okay. You okay? Okay. Bye, Mom. And the child has gone off. The child did not break down.
Well, no, she didn't say that the child broke down.
But the thing is, children are they're very, what's the word? They're very transparent.
Yeah, they're very honest.
If it was a problem, the child would have been crying. She would have said that the child cried, said Dada died, and was crying and whatever. Yeah. But the child said Dada died, very matter of fact, and ran off. He didn't run off to cry because he would have cried right then and there. That's what children do.
Yeah.
So he ran off because he's good. Children are very resilient. It's us who try to keep, and that's what she's doing. You need therapy, Amanda. You don't need to be in another relationship. Because already I feel as though even though I don't really like this guy, but already calling him a barrister because he's serving
a barista.
Her. A barista.
You're my barista today. Oh, dance for me now.
And
like she seems a little bit rude.
Exactly, very rude.
Yeah.
And so you're doing all of that because you want to push him away. He has tourist visa. He wants to come down. She say no, like you don't understand. You don't have kids.
I mean, you could have seen him in a hotel that he come and see your kids, right?
She's not ready.
She's not ready. She needs to be honest with herself.
She's not
and
ready.
Just give yourself some time to heal, baby girl. It's okay. You can heal.
It is. It really is.
But let's talk about the church guy.
Nicola,
46-year-old virgin. I admire him for that.
Really do.
I mean that is not easy. But I feel like I think it's easier to do when you've never done it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But
probably, and that's true, because once you do it and you get them soul ties with probably some loser, then you get into that spiral. Right. Now you're into that spiral. That's why when, people say don't do it, there's a reason for that. But once you get that spiral, it continues to go. Yeah. You get worse, trauma over trauma over trauma over trauma, until finally, hopefully, there's some healing and stuff.
No, I don't agree. I don't think that he should move in with the daughters. And I feel like even if he does, he has no right to telling the daughters what to do. I don't feel like this is the time. I feel like the mom. Well, it just occurred to me that these are like older teenagers. They look like
teenagers to me. Like
they're 17 and 19.
Oh, they're 17 and 19. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like this is not really the time to play daddy.
No, it's because she's raised her children. She's raised them pretty much.
Right? Yeah. So I just feel like I don't know if he'll be judgmental. He doesn't strike me as someone who's judgmental.
I think he will be, because he was already saying that he has a problem that she
has
had sex with another man.
Who was her husband?
Thank you. So the fact that he even said it like that, then he said his mom is not going to like her. But now that I've thought about it, though, really she's a virgin. No, she's actually not.
She could be a born-again virgin, Ma.
Okay, I don't listen.
Lost out on that
words. It's just words. You see, that's the thing. I mean, like, it's those words. It's the use of certain words. It's kind of like he's still holding on to try to say she's a virgin. What's going to happen is this. This man has a problem with this. When they finally do something physically, he is going to start wondering, and he may even ask her, "Did you learn that with this or whatever?" Like this is going to be a problem.
Yeah,
it's going to end badly. Misha, you're a beautiful woman. There are men, I am sure, around here in America who will be so happy to be with you and to be your husband and stuff.
And that's also the man ain't got no job. The man, Maya Angelou said it, and we say this. Listen, at this point, we got to just put this quote on our page as our header.
Unequals cannot be friends.
If they can't be friends, then they definitely can't be lovers. They can't be spouses. They can't even go have a cup of coffee. Okay,
you guys, the man does not have a job.
And you are somebody who's accomplished.
Even his friend said that she's out of his league. Even this is his best friend.
And my thing is, men kind of hate you when you go and you be with them when they know you're out of their league. Like, I mean, I'm not saying all men, obviously, but
the guy said he's broke. His best friend said he's broke, has no job. She's out of her league. What is she doing with him?
But when we can't be desperate trying to find love, because we will be in some effed up situations.
And put our children
through some effed up situations.
In an effed up situation. It's not worth it.
Yeah. But is that everyone?
Riley and Violet, well, we're just waiting until he lands in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And hopefully, let's see how this one goes. But he's already looking at her with one stink eye. And
he's upset because she has to go. My thing is, I have a job. You're not providing for me. Yes, you have come. We are going to see each other, but there are things I have to do. I mean, if it was me personally, someone's coming to see me, I probably would take the next day off. You know what I'm saying?
Or just let them know straight up, when you come, I'm going to be busy. So that then I can choose another time to come. But
it is what it is.
Interesting.
I feel they're going to be one of the most toxic couples. But I'm here for the toxicity. I'm here to watch it, but I am sending love and light to everyone. Good luck on your journey. And I'll be watching and we'll be reviewing.
Yes.
But it's Mary.
And Alma.
We invite y'all to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below.